So real quick, before we get to the footage of me throwing, I want to say thank you to everyone, and I mean everyone, who's given me advice over the last year. You know who you are. I think I'm finally starting to make progress, which is why I decided to make this video. At the time of this recording, I'm rounding less with the cross step and my elbow is up a little bit more during the throw. These two problems still remain, but things are better. That said, I'll keep working on minimizing these two problems with my throw. I'm still pretty uncoordinated, so there's a lot of variance between what happens with my body during each and every cross step and with my follow through in particular. But I'm working on drills at home to build muscle memory, and I'm seeing some encouraging signs at this point. One more thing, I just bought one of these 7x7 sports nets that I'm going to be working on throwing at home. You put up one of these little lightweight nets and you throw discs into them and you use it to work on practicing. That's what I'll be doing, and I'll be starting that next week. So I don't have to go out to a field or a disc golf course as my only recourse for throwing training. With all that said, let's get to the video. The wind is still blowing essentially that way, so that's going to affect the disc, but this is more, I'm more concerned with form at this point. That went straight into the left, about 240 feet. About the same. These are all basic. These two release dead straight, but with hyzer and the wind, they just basically push out that way. So I'm trying to actually stand more straight on my toes. Lower, but again, straight and then with hyzer. That was high about 5 degrees too much, but it went just off to the right. The wind is basically raging in that direction, but at this point I'm not just interested in the flight being perfectly straight and flat. Released at 5% too late, but it hyzered out. It's landed about 280 straight. That I basically threw like that. It went, I air bounced it. All three of these were dead straight. This is 280, 275, 260. Ooh, that was perfectly straight. And yeah, that's crush. For me, that's like 280. That is a crush, a straight crush. I threw that up way too high. That was kind of a, that was definitely a decent hyzer. Released a little late, landed about 5 degrees to the left, about 270 plus out. That was definitely hyzer, slight late release. It's about 7% degrees, 7 degrees that way, but probably 270 out. These are all pretty much intentional hyzers. That was a fairly sharp hyzer. Again, slight late release, but curve back around. It's about 10 degrees out that way, probably about 260 out. Again, the same type of sharp hyzer, but that landed straight about 260 out. Okay, these two were right next to each other. What looked like about 300 feet out. This was straight forward exactly. This was maybe 1% to the left of that. Absolute late release. But that may have been about 300 feet. I didn't feel that I pulled that through. I want to try to pull that through. That's close to pulling it through, and that is crushed down, maybe 290, 280. Absolutely smoked. Again, that looks like 300. I'm about to measure and find out. That may be more than 300. Absolutely smoked. That's the farthest one I've thrown today. All right, both this shank off to the right and this dead straight were about 280, 290 feet. This is the farthest throw that I've thrown all day, and I like it. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.